something which should be kind of mystical, something kind of exotic, mysterious. So we make it very stretchy. We seem to stretch out of ourselves to make a more demonstrative thing. We're doing more if we go out of ourselves. But actually, yoga is esoteric. Eso means inner, and it's an inner focus. So it's a hidden thing. It's actually pulling together, it's pulling in. So on that note, what you don't want is the shoulders to turn out. That will be over stretchy. You actually want to keep normal. And then the yoga is very practical, it's very normal. Keep the shoulder in, and then just carry the hands up by pulling the stomach in. You've got a block. I'm going to show you the legs. Can you get the trigger of the legs by squeezing the block and carrying the hands up? And just, it's a simple inhale. The stomach pulls in, and I often imagine it's like an elevator. And as you pull, the elevator comes down, the shafts hold it, and vice versa. It's like you've got the shafts of the elevator, these columns stay firm, and then you've got the middle that changes between these columns. I'll show you a bit more about that in a second. So as I pull the stomach in, the middle comes down, or like one of those dolls with a string, you know, that string, and the arms go up, you know, like one of those things, and the legs go up. I can't show you that as well, unless I was suspended from the ceiling. Evidently I'm not. So shoulders stay forward, carry that, so you carry the hands. So imagine you've got a block. You can use a block as well. I've got my own block. Let's use the TRX. And you just carry the hands up from the back, trying to keep the shoulders staying forward. Now, what I mean by this is, if you allow the shoulders out, and I'll hit my stride, don't worry if this is a ramble. If you pull the shoulders out, now I did this, I'll show you coming up, I can't resist moving around a bit, I'm sorry. I'll show you the way I see it done so often. Let's turn towards the light so you see it better. I did all these mistakes, as I always say, I am the prime culprit for making all these mistakes. Overstretching. So the shoulders, you stand like this, you have this idea of heart opening. I'm going to open my heart, but remember that all the muscles of the body are around the back. So really want to open the back, which means you want to, in a way, you want to constrain the heart. You want to stabilize the front of your body. So imagine you've got a safety pin between the ribs. Like, you know what a safety pin is? It's one of those nappy pins, you know. You pin the front ribs together. You keep the shoulders forward, right? And then, keeping the shoulders forward, so I'm standing like this, not like this. Then, by putting the stomach in, I'll show you different ways, and you can see different, like, I just carry the hands up. It doesn't mean when people say, put the hands up from the front of the body, I've heard that as an Ashtanga instruction. The hands should move from the front. You know, that's just a literal. That is just looking at the posture from a mind's eye, convey the feeling. If you're a teacher, convey the feeling, not the shape, because it's neither from the side. I used to raise the hands like this, and this ribs flaring. This is what you use the legs to trigger your bandha. So you belt the heels. You squeeze the heels apart. You break the belt between the legs. You could also use the squeezing of the block to break because you've got this grip inward rotation, and then you've got this pulling apart as well. So the leg is like a rope. It rolls in and then it rolls out. So you're squeezing, but you're pulling. You see? Shoulder stays forward, not back. Forward. Hands are by your sides. If I had another belt, I would be breaking that belt at the elbows. And then you just pull the chin into the throat. Imagine someone's lifting you from the crown of the head. So oftentimes when we think of the neck, we get, I don't know, I think because there is this idea of the chin lock, it tends to make people do this a lot with the neck down. And again, yoga is really normal. It's super normal. It's so normal, it's abnormal. Just keep the structural integrity of your body. The shoulder stays normal. The legs are really quite normal, you know, using the stomach. And then the chin just pulls back. So you've got the length of the neck rather than back or, you know, stand like this. You know? And then you carry the hands up. They're neither from the side nor the front. It's just a feeling. It's not, I really try and resist conveying things myself, and I think as a teacher ought to, from a visual representative, because everyone will feel it differently. So just telling the idea of how to do visually, it sets this constrictive precedent, and yoga is an experiential thing. It's to be experienced from the inside out. So, and now pull the belly in and carry the hands. And imagine you're carrying a coin. And by squeezing the legs that initiation, that makes the hands go up. So the legs make the hands. And then you don't want to pull the hand. This is why I was showing you from the kneeling. You don't want to pull the hand back past the shoulder. So once you, often, I say all different things, and throw everything onto the page in one workshop. But often, how would I say this? The demand of the posture becomes the end of the posture. For example, first position, come inhale, sun salutation A, raise the hands up, where the action of raising the hands is a pulling down. So first the hands float up, and they might just come, so frustrated sometimes my camera angles, they might just come to here, right? But that's better than here, because you're just pushing back into your lower back, and nothing's happening at all, right? If you could take the arms up to straight, you'll have to stretch this part of your body more. Now, once you've carried the hands up, that's the prerequisite. The demand of the posture is, come inhale, raise the hands, right? But the action of the posture is different to the demand. And this is fundamental.